Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And he gets this up close to the 40. Andrew Phillips in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. We'll go right back to Harrison. He's got him again. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. McBride is the motion man. Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. Space to run inside the 20. And he is tough to bring down. A big one there on the ground.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. That's quickly out to Harrison. And he will score. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Here's 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Daniels. Now he takes off. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there on the script. "32 yards.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Here we go.
They'll run, and here's the rookie from Michigan. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
Let's go now.
In motion comes Walker.
Ready.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Here we go. Shot.
2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Catch made there, left side by Walker. And the Giants are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. 10 yards to pick up there, and that'll get him a new set of downs.
Ready.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Let's go.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Motion man is Hyatt. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Go.
3rd and goal. It's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
The Giants field goal unit out on the field. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Giants are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Here's a screen set up for Benson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go with Benson. So, 4th down, and Ryan Wright on to punt it away. That's fielded at the 7. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. Daniels now on 1st down. Throw right side, taken in by Neighbors. First reception for the man who enters the week as the NFL's leader in receiving yards. This one good for a 1st down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Let's go now.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Ready.
To throw is Daniels. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this 1st quarter will come to an end. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Here we go, set. Go.
Daniels now going to look to throw. That is caught. He finds Walker. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
Let's go.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hut, hut.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
Ready up.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. McBride is the motion man. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
2nd and 11. They'll go again with Benson. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Running is Chubb. And he'll get 4 here up to the 24-yard line. Here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
Take it to the house. On the set.
They'll come up here 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
And now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Got it. Ready.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Check. Hurt. Hurt. Go.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Hey, Smash.
Motion man is Hyatt. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Garrett Williams.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc. And that's exactly what happened here.
Third and long. Now they'll set up to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Let's go now.
So the big play gets them down close, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Chubb. A second effort, and he is in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Cardinals extend their advantage to 14-3. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This returnable from the 4. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Here's Daniels. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. Now a give up the middle. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Let's go.
Second down and 8. They will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Set it.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this.
Ready. Ready. Check go.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Cardinals will take over possession here at the 44.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
Ready, ready.
First and 10. On the toss, they go with Benson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Ready, set. 60 by 6. Set. Hut, hut.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Third and a yard. He'll drop to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Arizona. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Throwing now, Daniel. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. And now he's not spiking it, it's a fake. And that is incomplete. A little trickery with a fake spike, but it does not pan out.
Some shades of Dan Marino in that vintage play of the fake spike touchdown, but in this case, wasn't nearly as deceptive and wasn't nearly as productive.
18, pioneer. Here we go, set.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson.
Go.
Daniels gonna throw again. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And that'll set up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The third quarter begins with a run. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. They'll throw with Daniels. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Throwing again, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And in motion, it's Diggs. Whoa! Now a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's caught downfield by Harrison. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Let's go now.
They've got it at the 8. 1st down and goal. They'll run with Hubbard. And he will get into the end zone. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Cardinals. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. A safe kick taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. A pass right side, going to be taken in by Walker.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll look to set up the screen here. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Go.
To throw is Daniels on 1st, and they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Ready. Check out.
They'll go with a draw play here on 2nd down. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Ready. Street. Hut.
Daniels now going to look to throw. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. It's a 1st down and a gain of 16.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive, You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
He's got a man. It's Walker. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Catch made there, left side by Walker. And he's into the end zone. Tez Walker. Touchdown, Giants. A try here for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Giants get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the right side, and Kirk's got it.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They run out of the gun with Benson. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. So both teams trade. On 1st and 10, here's Benson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Chubb. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Harrison. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run. Here's Benson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
On the jump.
They run out of the gun, and it's Chubb. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out.
Ready up.
They've converted 2 3rd downs already on this drive, and here's 3rd and 4. Back to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Kirk is the motion man. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. This throw left side, taken in by Kirk.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the give, it's Hubbard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
3rd and 5. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. Here now, 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. They'll get this out wide to Harrison. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Cardinals are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Set. Ready. Go.
They'll stick to the ground. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Give them 14 on that one. 1st down, Giants.
And you love to see this. You find yourself here in the 4th quarter. Your team is trailing. You're trying to do anything possible to see if you can create some sort of late spark. He goes big-time effort on the layout catch, and he's able to pull it in and see if it could be a little bit of a spark here late in this ball game.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Give him 16 there, and a 1st down.
Got it. Ready?
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to look for the home run ball.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
To the air again is Daniels. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors.
Now. 18 Cardinal. Get up.
Daniels gonna throw again. That is gonna be hauled in. He's got it. Tez Walker. Touchdown, New York. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Here's a big moment for Big Blue. The Giants are going to go for 2.
19 Tiger. Ready.
That's out quickly and complete. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Now, faking the give. That's caught downfield by McBride. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Carlson now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cardinals will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. He'll get that to the former Volunteer, Jalen Hyatt. 18 yards on the connection. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Daniels now on 1st down. Throw, right side, taken in by Neighbors.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Set. Cougar 19. Ready.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. is caught. He finds Walker. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Throwing again, Daniels. First down throw there is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Gray is the motion man here.
Go.
On second down, it's Daniels. That's complete on the tight end screen. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, New York.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Here we go on the return from the 1. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Second down and 3. McBride is the motion man. They'll drop to throw. This one is caught by Kirk. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Here we go, set.
McBride is the motion man. That is quickly out to Diggs. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Ready.
McBride is the motion man. They'll look to throw yet again. A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown Cardinals. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Let's go. Smash, smash. Reload, reload. Hut, hut.
They'll run with Benson. And he will get into the end zone and extend the lead by 2 more. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
On the set.
This is 1st and 10.
Set up. Ready, ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out, and the defense has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up. Again.
And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there.
Got it. Ready.
They'll come up now for 2nd down.
Ready. Set up.
To throw is Daniels. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look, and they were ready, and they took him away.
We are set for 4th and long. They'll go. Here's Daniels. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
So it's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals. They're able to finish the season in style as they get the victory here in the finale in Week 18. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.